Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Chaos Child. We went through some bizarre trigger delusions, and Arimura is so friendly, she got Kazuki to talk? That was straight up strange. But alright, back to the classroom, we're done, yes. 3 days had passed since the attack by Riko Haida. There'd been no new events with the case. The police were probably still investigating Riko Haida, they hadn't announced anything else. There must have been some kind of censorship in effect because the TV shows had mostly stopped talking about it. The only people who were still talking about it were online. The wrong-siders at school seemed to have forgotten that a murder occurred in this very building. Kurisu was looking down over me. Her injury from the other day still hadn't fully healed, but Dad had told her that she'd be able to go back to school, and so today she had.
別に何でもないよ。
そんなこと言って、どうせまた何か事件が起こればいいって考えてるんでしょ。
別に考えてないってそんなこと。
いいタクル、あなた命を狙われたのよ。いくら犯人は捕まってるとはいえ、まだ安心はできないのよ。それに、あの時うなずいてくれたわよね。別に特別な事件を追っていなくても楽しいことはあるって。そのことを忘れないで。
分かってるって。
本当に分かってるの？だったらもう。
うるさいな。さっきから分かってるって言ってるだろ。そう何度も何度も同じこと言わなくったって子供じゃないんだからさ。
Knowing Kurisu, I was ready for her to be even more annoying, but...
そうね。ごめんなさい。
え？
I wasn't sure how to react to that.
そうよね。タクルだってちゃんと考えて行動しているんだものね。私が言い過ぎたわ。ごめんなさい。でも、くれぐれも危険なことはしないでほしいの。お願い。
わかったってば。
Kurisu smiled weakly, took her bag, and left the room. What was that? It was throwing me off. I ran into Sarika when I left the classroom. Actually, she was probably waiting for me. I didn't really say anything, but Sarika started walking next to me anyway.
Kurusu のことか。
ダメじゃん。のんちゃん病み上がりなんだからさ、優しくしてあげなきゃ。
そんなつもりじゃ。
That's right. I hadn't meant to hurt her. But Kurisu always had to be right no matter what. She'd been like that ever since we lived together at Alba Dorm. Completely unlike me. I don't always have to be right. I'm not up my own ass by trying to prove I'm better than everybody else, don't worry. Sometimes it was frustrating to deal with someone who was always right. After I'd made my promise with Kurisu, I was still watching the news and looking online, but I'd been trying my best to avoid doing anything else. For the past few days, I'd been staying quiet. I'd even canceled the club meeting for today, and I was trying my best not to think about how bored I was. But the way she said it, it still made me out to be the bad guy. I've been thinking so much I'd gotten distracted.
悪い。ちょっと取ってくるから先に帰っててくれ。
オッケー。
I've been spacing out lately. Maybe I was just too bored.
あったあった。
Even if I'd gotten in a fight with Kurisu, I still couldn't believe I'd forget my Pokecom. Just as I grabbed my Pokecom and went to leave, I saw a familiar pair of blonde twin tails bobbing down the hallway. She was cheerfully walking down the hall with a group of several other girls. Were they classmates or friends from her club? It was the same group of girls I'd seen before.
てかさ、この前はるかが井上と歩いてるとこ見たんだけど。
うっそ、何それマジ？はるかって白井くんと仲いいんじゃなかったの？
ちょっとひな、いつの話してんの？ 白井くんの後に森本くんといろいろあったじゃん。
嘘知らない。何それ聞いてないんだけど。
まあひなはいろいろ忙しそうだったじゃん。
うわー、ショックだわ。
てかさ、私もそうやって男子にモテる方法を教えてほしいわ。私は別に望んでやってるわけじゃないし。
知ってるって、あれは白井の方も悪かったって話じゃん。そうはるかがいい子だってことはうちらがよーくわかってるから。よし。そっかー、世の中いろいろ動いてますな。
やめてよ、ババアじゃないんだから。
いや私はもう若い人たちにはついていけませんよ。
何それ、ウケる。
ところでさ、いいの時間。やばー、ほんとだ。てかいいなは行かないの？私はほら年だから、あとは若い人に任せて。
だからそれやめてって。
じゃあまた。オッケー、アディオスグラッシャー。
Evidently, Arimura wasn't going with the rest of the group. She watched them disappear down the hallway, laughing and chattering as they went, and then... She sighed loudly. And then, as if she really was an old woman, she lazily put her hand on her shoulder and stretched her neck out. And then... Our eyes met.
チャオス、宮代先輩。
おう。
もしかして今の見てました？
今のってのはさっきの会話のことを言ってるのか、それともだるそうな態度のことか、どっちだ？
あっちゃー、まさか両方見られていたとは。失敗。
She slapped her hand to her forehead like a bad comedian and smiled.
どうして行かないんだよ。
やだな、先輩ならわかるでしょ。
Yeah, really. Probably like half the conversation is lies or shallow or whatever. It's just like, ugh, I can't.
めんどくさいからですよ。
Her happy tone vanished and she seemed genuinely annoyed.
みんな口先だけの上辺ばっかり。思ってもないこと言って楽しいふりして、ちょっとでも違うこと言えばそれだけで次からは仲間外れ。
Nailed it.
さっきのはるかって子は男子をとっかえひっかえ、特に人の彼氏が好きですぐちょっかい出しては別れさせて、そのくせ人のものじゃなくなった途端に飽きてすぐにポイ。他の子はみんなそれにムカついてるくせに調子合わせて笑ってる。リエにしてもマキにしてもそう。はるかのこといい子だとか言いながら心の中ではそんなことこれっぽっちも思ってない。
Yeah, I definitely noted at least one of them saying it.
なのに顔では笑って適当に話し合わせて薄っぺらい友情ごっこに興じてる。ほんとバカみたいだし気持ち悪い。
Geez, everybody's playing everybody. It's like multi-layered politics in this high school group.
あんな奴らと放課後まで一緒に過ごすなんて考えただけで吐き気がする。
I'd heard Arimura talk like this several times before. Sometimes they'd been directed at me. But it felt like she was more emotional now than she'd ever been before. Everybody told a lie or two, but if you didn't know when other people were lying, it was still possible to trust them. But once you knew when they were lying, once you knew what they were thinking under their smiles, could you still trust them like you did before? I didn't think I could. Maybe knowing if what you were told was true or not was a lot more painful than we thought it was. Yeah, not being able to turn off your mind-reading ability, that must really suck. I remembered what Arimura had written for her wish during the school festival. Yeah, that... What was it? The truth comes out, or people told the truth, or something like that? I thought at the time she was reaching for some kind of mystery, but she probably meant in general. Please let the truth be found. That tiny wish was a cry from her soul.
でも
Her voice was a whisper.
でも一番嫌いなのは そんな人たちの中で笑顔を浮かべてる自分。
That's the thing, yeah, she hates hanging out with them, but she's gotta lie just as much as everybody, if not more so, at the very least to keep her power a secret.
有村。
なんてね。
Okay, so one of those was a lie. Either she was lying before she said just kidding and she brought it back, or she's lying about just kidding. She tried to go back to her usual self and give me a mischievous wink, but she must have realized that it didn't work. She scratched her head, looking awkward.
やだな、もうそんな顔しないでくださいよ。こっちが困っちゃうじゃないっすか。
なあ、一つ聞いてもいいか。
なんです？
なんで僕にそんな話を。
え？
I'm assuming because I'm a psychic, so we have at least some degree of connection. Plus, we have another degree of connection after Riko Haida.
僕と君はまだ知り合ったばかりだろう。ついこの前まではまともに話したってできなかった。そんな僕にどうしてそんな話を聞かせるんだ。
なんででしょう。
僕が君と同じギガロマニアックスだからか。
そうっすね。まあそれもあるかもしれないですけど。
けど
多分先輩が分かりやすいからじゃないっすかね。
Yeah, I mean, she has said that in the other branch.
分かりやすい？僕が？
宮代先輩って感情がすぐに表に出るでしょ。嘘ついたらすぐにテンパるし。
バカ言うな。僕は常にポーカーフェイスな男だぞ。そんなわけあるはずがないだろ。
Well, okay, the funny thing is, clearly we're getting flustered, but do we believe what we're saying?
ほら、そうやって慌てる。
違う、今のはただ。
ほうほう、ただ、なんです？
It felt like the more I tried to respond, the more I was digging my own grave.
あ、いた。おーい、タク。
Oh, she didn't leave. Sarika came back. She must not have gone home after all.
おのえ？あ、なんだよ。お前も忘れ物か？
もう違うよ。タクが遅いから様子見に戻ってきたんじゃん。
Really? Sarika ran up to me and pouted.
先に帰ってろって言っただろ。
それはそうだけどさ。ほら、タク、今朝言ってたでしょ。そろそろスマホ買わないとって。もし行くなら一緒に行こうと思って。
Come to think of it, I never did find my phone. According to Shinjo, that Yamazoe girl had thrown it away. Yeah, it's crazy that Sarika has it. I don't know if she has it at this point in the story, but she probably does. As for the photo, it was sad, but if it wasn't coming back, there was nothing I could do about it. I talked to Sarika this morning about how I needed to get a new one, but...
あ、ひなちゃんだ。
You just noticed her?
チャオスセリー。
チャオス。ひなちゃんも行く？スマホ買いに。
おいおい、何勝手に今日行くことにしてるんだよ。
お？違うの？
Well, whatever.
あー、私は遠慮しとく。友達に会っちゃったら気まずいし。
そう？よくわかんないけど、残念。
そんじゃ、私はこれでドローンします。アディオスグラッシャー。
This time she posed like a salaryman ninja from an old manga. I don't get that reference. And then skipped off toward home.
なあ、おのえ。僕って分かりやすいか？
I mean, on one hand, I really am, but on the other hand, anyone is easy to figure out when it comes to Sarika. She didn't hesitate at all.
どうしたのタク？落ち込んじゃって。
なんでもないよ。
I'd always considered myself inscrutable and mysterious, so that was a bit of a shock.
それにしても、ひなちゃんって面白いね。
そうか？
って楽しそうに話してたじゃん。
Fun? Me? Talking to Arimura? Sure, that whole you're gonna be killed thing when we first met scared the hell out of me, but when I actually talked to her, I found out she wasn't that scary at all. I was never really good at dealing with normals, in the common sense of the word, mind you, not the superior, original sense, but Arimura felt different than the others. Part of it was that she was a gigolomaniac too, but the biggest reason was probably that she was always keeping her distance from other people. She kept a comfortable distance to avoid making anybody upset. She'd learned how to do it through long practice, and in that sense...
楽しいというか、まあ嫌じゃないのかもな。
そっかそっか。
なんだよ。だからなんで嬉しそうなんだ？
別になんでもない。それよりスマホ買いに行かないの？
やっぱ今日はやめておくことにする。
そうなの？なんだ、じゃあ先に帰ってればよかった。
だからそう言っただろ。
There still might be a lot of sumo stickers in town. I should stay put for a while.
つまんない。じゃあ、のんちゃんでも誘って会期祝いに甘いものでも食べに行こっかな。
I think that's a new face. Also, man, remembering that she said we were never friends, like, ugh, this message hurts to read.
そうしてやってくれ。クリスも喜ぶだろ。
オッケー。じゃあまたね、タク。
ああ。
Now then, maybe I should go home and read the latest edition of Cool Cat Press, which Gan bought me yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I know it's been 3 days, but I really should just break that off. After that embarrassing scenario last time. 2005. Smiles. There were always smiles in Arimura's family back then.
ほら、ひな。口の周りにクリームついてるぞ。
嘘、お兄ちゃん取って。
しょうがないな。ほら、取れたぞ。
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。
ひなえは本当にお兄ちゃん子だな。
そうね。でも慎吾ちゃんがひなちゃんの面倒を見てくれるから助かるわ。
これからもひなえのこと頼んだぞ、慎吾。
Mom and Dad were both busy with work. Sometimes they'd have to sleep at the company and they didn't spend a lot of time at home. But when they were with the family, they always smiled. And Hinai had a big brother too. Just having her brother by her side was enough for her not to feel lonely. She could and did believe that she was part of a happy family. For young Hinai, that was her whole family. That was what was true for her. One day, Hinai was bullied a little at school. It started with something small. Someone said that they lost a basketball game in gym class because of her. Hinai was a tiny little girl, and the big ball scared her. When they passed it to her, she ducked away. When her brother Shingo saw she was down, he immediately asked her,
どうした？もしかしていじめられてるのか？
Hinai shook her head.
違うよ、いじめられてなんかない。
She was embarrassed. She didn't want her family to know that someone was mad at her for something, so she lied. But her brother had known immediately that she wasn't telling the truth.
ひなえ、嘘はダメだぞ。嘘だけはついちゃいけないんだ。そんな卑怯な人間になっちゃいけない。
It was the first time she'd seen her brother look so strict. Her brother hated lies more than anybody. She'd been so impressed by her beloved brother that she'd sworn to herself that she'd never tell a lie. Oh, that sucks, because now she has to kinda do it constantly. She couldn't grow up to be a coward. She wasn't going to tell any lies.
本当はね、私。
And I had told her brother everything. That she'd been bullied at school, that it was over something that had happened at gym class.
だったら、兄ちゃんと練習しようか。
いいの？
当たり前だろ。上手くなれば、きっとみんなも怒ったりしなくなる。
With her brother's help, Hinai got over her fear. And the bullying stopped and her friends came back. She came to love her brother even more. But one day, Hinai realized that all her happiness was an illusion. It started when she witnessed her parents cheating. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt when we come back to that. 4 days had passed since we'd been attacked by Riko Haida, but there had been no developments in the case.
で、どうする？おい、聞いてんのかよ、宮代。聞いてるよ。これからの新聞部の方向性だろ。たくん、分かってんならそう言えよ。ボケーっと窓の外なんか見て、気の抜けたあくびしやがって。
I was bored. It had been a month and a half since the Don't Look at Me case. So much had happened, and then everything had suddenly come to a halt. I wasn't sure how to handle all this peace and quiet. Part of me was hoping that there'd be some new development, and part of me was thinking that maybe this was just how it was going to come to an end.
まあ、女帝との約束もあんだろうし、しょうがないっちゃしょうがないんだろうけどさ。別にそういうんじゃないよ。ただ、何も起きなければ動きようがないってだけだ。
In fact, the whole madness with the sumo stickers was starting to recede as well. According to Serica, all the stickers that had been covering the city had been removed when she'd gone to the town yesterday. The government must have taken them down or something. Since just seeing them was enough to make me sick, I was pretty glad, but... I looked down out the window and saw an unusual pairing.
どうした？いや。ああ、なんだ。有村に和樹か。
Okay, let's see where this goes.
珍しい組み合わせだなと思ってさ。
And remember, by the way, we have seen Kazuki smile before, but it's very rare. But she's coming in this way now.
確かにな。でも、この前のことあっただろう。ほら、有村の勢いに思わず和樹がって。
When Kazuki had talked, huh?
そういや、あれはさすがの僕も驚いたな。なんだって、初めてのことだったから。だな。今まで笑い声は聞いたことあっても、喋ってるところなんて聞いたことなかったし。
Arimura and Kazuki were talking happily. Does that mean both of them? But from here, I couldn't hear what they were saying, and from the look of it, Arimura was doing all the talking, and Kazuki was just shaking and nodding her head. Okay. But she didn't seem upset or bothered at all.
そういや最近仲いいじゃないか。有村と。はあ？
What was he talking about?
とぼけんなって。この前も放課後に二人で楽しそうにしてたって聞いたぞ。
Serica must have told him. God, where did she get these ideas?
別に特別仲がいいってわけじゃない。ただ有村はほら、言ってみれば同類みたいなもんだろ。だからそれなりに話したってする。その程度だ。なんだよそれ。もったいねえな。もったいないって何かだよ。知らねえの？有村ってあいつ結構人気あんだぜ。人気？人気って要するに男子の間でってことか。だってほら見ろよ。見てくれだってまあそこそこレベル高えし、誰とでも明るく接するタイプじゃん。
She'd the type of person? Whoops.
それはあいつの能力が。そんなのはどうだっていいんだって。みんな知らねえんだからさ。要は受け取る方がどう受け取るかってことだろ。
That made sense, maybe. Arimura was just trying to avoid making enemies, but on the other hand, that meant making friends.
にしても、お前ほんとそういうの疎いよな。それでよく人のこと情弱だなんだ言うぜ。まったく。
Touche.
あのな伊藤、勘違いしているようだから一石ぶってやろうか。言っておくけど、誰かが人気だとか誰と誰が付き合ってるとかそうした情報なんてこの壁標学園というほんの小さなコミュニティ内での些細でどうでもいい情報でしかない。そんなこと知っていたところで真の状況とは言えないし、ましてや物事の真実を見極めるような大舞台は待っていないぞ。せいぜいがギャルゲーの中での親友ポジション止まりだ。
Boy, is that on the nose.
誰がギャルゲーの親友キャラだ。誰が
Oh boy.
さっきのお前の発言なんてそのものじゃないか。
言われてみりゃ確かにそんな発言だったような気がしてきた。
This isn't even a trigger delusion. This is just straight up on the nose.
ほら、どうでもいいことで落ち込むな。授業始まるぞ。
Ito looked really depressed for some reason. I tried to cheer him up, then looked back out the window. Aimura and Kazuki were gone.
タク、今日は部活あるの？
Sarika came by as soon as school was over.
特に何をするってのもないけど、一応部室には行こうと思ってる。それにしてもお前早いな。
お？うん。今日はなんか授業が早く終わったから。
まあいいや。それじゃあ部室に。
チャオース！
Now it... What? Now it... Was Arimura's turn to barge in. That was bizarre, that comma. She opened the door as energetic as ever. At the same time, the whole class started to stir.
おい、あれ有村ひないだろ？2年の。
本当だ。俺、ああいう裏表なさそうな元気な子って好みなんだけど。
This is just like when Kurisu came in, the whole class. Oh my god, it's her.
つうか、うちのクラスに何の用だ？
宮代先輩は、あ、いたいた。
Everyone was surprised to see her walk straight over to me.
はあ、嘘マジで？
つうか、なんで宮代みたいなやつのとこに。
Uh-oh.
宮代先輩、チャオス。
Well, here goes nothing. What Ito had been saying was evidently true. I could feel all the boys in the class glaring at me. It kind of made me feel superior.
あ、セリも来てたんだ。チャオス。チャオス。
At some point, Sarika had started copying Arimura's greeting. Yeah, it was earlier, but I did notice that. She's been repeatedly doing it.
ところで有村までどうしたんだよ、わざわざ。
やだな。私がここに来る理由なんて一つしかないじゃないですか。
One reason? Oh no.
タクル王子、お迎えに上がりました。
This is instantly amazing.
王子？
What was she talking about?
やはり記憶をなくされてしまっているのですね。では仕方ありません。説明を。
This is like that Kazuki Star Wars thing. Just guess what? You're the protagonist of a fantasy thing now.
説明なら私がするよ、タク。
What, Sarika also knows in this version? This is great.
実は今まで黙っていたけど、私たちは地球より360万光年離れた惑星ギガローマからやってきた宇宙人なんだよ。
This is great. We're aliens from Gigolama. It has nothing to do with Gigolomaniac, I promise you.
そしてタク、あなたも。
僕が宇宙人？
そう、惑星ギガローマは6つの王国に分かれています。そのうち5つの国は女系国家、そして唯一男性がいる国がタクル王子、あなたの国なのです。
This is ludicrous. And also, Kurisu knows. Everyone knows.
クルスまで何言ってるんだ？大丈夫か？気は確かか
？What?
信じられないのも無理ないよね。でもこれは事実なんだよ。
How did you get here? Even Kunosato? Wait, that's not what Kunosato's personality is like. What's going on here?
私たちはね、それぞれの国のお姫様で、あなたの妃の座を射止めるために留学先であるこの国へとやってきたの。
Oh, this... Alright. So how many are we accounting for then? There's Sarika, there's Arimura, there's Nono, there's Kunosato. Who's the fifth?
けれどタクル王子、
あなたはこの星へやってきた時にこの町で起きた地震に巻き込まれ記憶をなくしちゃってたんだよ。
So the earthquake has nothing to do with anything. We're all just aliens. And this is a harem visual novel now. They all want to become the queen. This is so awkward.
ちょっと待て、唐突すぎてついていけないんだけど。
私たちはみんなあなたの記憶が戻るまで待っていたわ。けどそれももう限界。そろそろ相手を決めてもらわなきゃ。私たちの国がギガローマの星そのものが消滅してしまうかもしれないの。
Oh no. Also, I know this is just a trigger delusion, but I love the idea that Kunosato's long con was opening by being superly antagonistic and throttling us. Oh, by the way, can I be your queen?
タクル王子、私と結婚してほしいかも。
Maybe. I was wondering if Kazuki was the fifth, because why not? She was an alien last time.
Kazuki, お前もか？
私だって結婚したいです。
Wait. But that's 6 girls. I thought it was 5 kingdoms for women and 1 for men. What's going on?
山添まで。
分かっていただけましたか、タクル王子。分かったのなら私をあなたの将来のパートナーに、そしてその証に熱い口づけを。ちょっと待ってよ、のんちゃんだけ抜け駆けしてずるい。タクと一番仲いいのは私だもんね。えタクは私のこと選んでくれるよね。
いや、ちょっと待って、選ぶも何も急すぎて何が何だか。
Okay, first of all, Yama's always out because she's a little kid. Sarika's out because I made her and she's technically 6 years old. How do I... Kunosato tried to strangle me. Nono is like... I think she really is kind of the love interest, but a little too close to sibling status. So, I don't know, freaking Kazuki and Arimura. This is Arimura's chapter. I don't freaking know.
そんな、宮代先輩は私のことが好きなはずです。ね、宮代先輩。
あ、いや。
待って、その人は私のものなの。
Her attitude really is very different right now.
そのキャラ違和感ひどすぎるんですけど。
私のかも。
I freaking love that. Even in the trigger delusion, it's nice to meet you, maybe. Marry me, maybe.
いいえ、私のものです。私のタクだもん。私のです。
Keep in mind, all the guys in class were watching us. This is really awkward.
違うわ、私のよ。私の。
私の。
私のだもん。私の。私の。私の。
待って、みんなもっと落ち着いて。
This sucks. Everyone was looking at me. Oh god. What do I do? Oh, thank god. How stupid. A prince? What the hell is wrong with me?
先輩、聞いてます？
ここに来た理由だよな。
例の件、なんか進展あったかなって。
いや、特に進展といったものはないよ。
ありゃりゃ、そうっすか。残念。
That's it. I only came here for one reason. Was there any news? No. Oh well. And meanwhile, we thought it was everyone wants to romance me at the same time.
あれ？でもタ
今から部室に行くんじゃないの？
まあ一応そのつもりだけど。
じゃあひなちゃんも一緒に行けばいいじゃん。え？だってタク一人じゃつまんないでしょ？
一人って尾上は来ないのか？
私は休養があったのを思い出しちゃった。
そっか。
ちなみにのんちゃんは生徒会の仕事で、しんちゃんも今日は用事があるって言ってたよ。
I love how Serica went from like killing people to try to make us feel superior to just being the ultimate wingman in this entire chapter. Come to think of it, the two of them had disappeared.
そういうわけだから、ひなちゃん、今日はタクのことお願いね。バイバイ。え？あ、セリ
Serica left the room before anyone could stop her. What was she doing here? Just me and Aramura were left.
別に尾上の言うことは気にしなくていいぞ。なんだよ。
先輩、忘れてません？私の能力のこと。
What was she talking about?
まあ、先輩も一人で部活ってのも寂しいでしょうし、しょうがない。付き合ってあげましょう。
おい、別に僕は寂しくなんてないし、付き合ってくれとも言っていない。
Or did I actually think I'd be lonely there by myself? No, but that's...
はいはい、わかりましたわかりました。それじゃ、レッツゴー
In English. Aramura wrapped her arm around mine and dragged me out of the classroom before I could protest any further. Man, that's gotta get some discussion going among my classmates. Seeing the jealousy in the other boys' eyes made me feel kinda good. That message was lightning speed, and that was not me pressing X. Apparently, Ore translates to, but aren't you going to the club room now? When I got to the club room, I was surprised to see that someone was already there. Kazuki. And who else?
あれ、花。なんだ、来てたんだ。
Kazuki was playing her game like always. When she saw us, she nodded slightly.
何やってるの？また演出？演出ってそんなに面白いの？そっか。だったら私も今度やってみよっかな。
Kazuki smiled? I've seen her laugh when she found something funny on the night we'd stayed over for the school festival. Yeah, I remember that. But I'd never see her smile so happily. Actually, she'd been talking to Aramura yesterday, too.
なあ、二人とも、いつの間にそんなに仲良くなったんだ？
いつって、先輩も知ってるでしょ？つい最近ですよ。話してみたら意外と馬があったっていうか、ねえ。
Maybe since Kazuki didn't talk, it was easier for them to get along? Maybe they made a pretty good pair.
それにしても、普段どんな話をしてるんだ？
別に普通ですよ。普通。学校であったこととか、プライベートのこととか、昔の話とか。
It looked like Aramura's expression clouded for a second. Yar pasts.
まあいいじゃないですか。それより先輩、事件のこと。一応昨日の夜、例の刑事さんから連絡があったんですけど。
何か新しいことでも分かったのか？
なんにも進んでないっぽいです。ほんと警察って肝心な時に役に立たないですよね。
そっか。
From what Shinjo had told Aramura, the underground facility at AH Tokyo General had totally disappeared. That in itself was a big development, but it also meant that all our clues were gone. And then there was that Uki Yamazoe girl. They were looking after her at that Frisia place, but all she did was cry. They couldn't get any information out of her or even get her to explain who she was. Yeah, we're at that stage in the story. Since Aramura had brought it up, I was hoping there'd be some new development. I felt a little let down.
言っときますけど先輩、 だからってまたいろいろと探り回ったりはしない方がいいですよ。それと例の能力ですけど、まさか使ったりしてませんよね。
言われなくても大丈夫だって。
Things were calming down and we hadn't been attacked since then. But that didn't mean the case was over.
ふむふむ、どうやら本当みたいですね。じゃあいい子いい子してあげます。
I knocked Harimura's hand away. Wow, she was gonna do it.
やめろって、こんなことで嘘ついたってしょうがないだろ。
でも一応念を押しとかないと、これ以上知り合いがあんな目に遭うのは嫌ですからね。
By that, she was probably referring to Kakita. Kakita was investigating the Gigalomaniacs, she'd said. He suspected that some huge organization was involved, but whether they were responsible for the crimes or if it was all that Riko Haida person, I didn't know. Either way, it was probably a good idea not to do anything until I knew.
それより先輩、いい加減連絡手段なんとかした方がいいんじゃないですか？今みたいな状態じゃ何かあった時に困るんですけど、ほら今の私たちって一連卓勝みたいなもんじゃないですか。
Yeah, I mean, I know we are hoping we get our phone back, but considering that we're in danger and need emergency contacts, and also we're so obsessed with the internet that we could be checking it at school, I'm really surprised he didn't jump on a new smartphone instantly. In this together, huh?
どうかしました？
別に。でもそうだな、確かにそのうち買わなきゃなとは思ってるよ。
I couldn't stay without a phone forever. Without one, I couldn't call for help if I needed it.
よし、じゃあ買いに行きましょう。日曜日に決まり。
は？何勝手に決めてるんだよ。そもそもなんで日曜なんだ？
その方がいろいろ息抜きもできるし楽しいでしょ。
楽しいでしょって、もしかして一緒に来るつもりか？
だって私もたまには息抜きに遊びたいし。
それなら友達と遊びに行けばいいじゃないか。
We've already had that conversation.
先輩が言ってる友達というのが私がよく一緒にいるクラスの子たちって意味ならまっぴらごめんです。
なんで？
Come on, we just had this conversation.
楽しくないんだもん。
Yeah, it probably wasn't a lot of fun if you knew when the people you were talking to were lying to you. Wait.
それって裏を返せば僕とだったら楽しいって
ほら、先輩は私の能力のこと分かってるじゃないですか。それだけでこっちも気分的に楽なんですよ。
She was right. I couldn't lie if I knew she could tell when I was doing it, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to keep it up. That was exactly how I was acting around her right now. But didn't that mean that she could have fun with anybody who knew about her power?
だったらせっかくだし尾上も誘って。
Suddenly I felt a light impact on the back of my head. Yeah, like, I know Ito already said it, but we are thick. I turned around and saw that... Well, no. I turned around, saw, that Kazuki had given me a chop to the back of the head.
おい、いきなり何するんだ?
Oh, so that's it.
分かったよ。和樹も連れてけって言うんだろ。
What was going on?
尾上は誘うなってことか。じゃあ、クーですか、伊藤。
Wow. Let's see, 2 or 3 more. Let's say 3 more. Oh. Well, now forget the chop. Kazuki's raised fist landed straight on top of my head. Evidently, she didn't want me to invite anyone.
じゃ、そういうことで、日曜の正午にハチ公前でアディオスグラッシャー。
有村。
Both Arimura and Kazuki had vanished before I had a chance to stop them. Sunday in front of the Hachi statue. I didn't really have any plans. I wanted to see if the sumo stickers were gone too, so I didn't mind going. But shopping? Just the two of us? It sounded like a date. Maybe... Man, it takes a lot of effort to get Miyashiro to get the point. But for now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? This was just straight up a downtime episode. It is getting uncomfortable when we see Arimura's flashbacks because we knew even from the beginning that something went badly. And apparently her happiness was an illusion. Did her brother betray her or something? I guess we'll find that out later. But on a lighter note, Miyashiro just getting smacked around because he can't take a hint. The funny thing is, the first time Hana hit him, I thought he was going to say, "Oh, you want to come too?" He never asked that. I mean, it still would have been wrong, but it would have been better than, "Oh, you want me to ask somebody else to come?" Miyashiro, I swear. But I guess we'll see how things go that night. Until next time, everyone.